Hey, this is John Carlos. And when they were making toys of Marvel's The Avengers last year, Black Widow really got screwed. There was no Mighty Mug. They didn't make a Marvel Select. She wasn't a Funko Pop. Even Hasbro's exclusive to Walmart 6-inch line consisted of 6 figures, 5 Avengers, and Loki. The only Black Widow that Hasbro made was a little 3 3/4-inch figure. But that's all about to change, thanks to Hot Toys making the Black Widow figure, which I just picked up at Corner Store Comics. Let's check it out. Like the other Hot Toys from this line, it's got the little circular logo on the side. The packaging is pretty consistent with all the other Hot Toys in the Avengers line. So here it all is, right out of the box. The packaged figure comes with closed fist hands. It comes with 4 alternate hands. 1 left hand for holding a gun, and 3 right hands. 1 for holding a gun, 1 for pointing, and this other sort of 2-finger loose hand. It also comes with really tiny and, dare I say, girly wrist joints. Here's a closer look at the alternate fists and the alternate gauntlets with the little blue glow on them, and her little throwing grenade bomb things. Figure also comes with her 2 guns, and in typical Hot Toys fashion, there's a lot of great detail to what they can accomplish with these little tiny guns. Now you gotta be careful with these guns, because right out of the packaging, sometimes mine want to pop out further than like that. But if you're just really careful and don't futz with them too much, I think you'll be fine. But just be warned, treat them delicately. And here's the Chitauri staff, gun, spear thing. Let's call it a staff. And here's a closer look at it. Now, as you can see in the packaging, there's this little like wisp or thread of hair that's kind of sticking out on the side, and I'm curious if that's going to be sticking out once I take the plastic off. So let's take a closer look and find out. I think you could tell by the way the rest of that hair all curls to the side that this one tuft was meant to join the rest of those tufts. Otherwise, the hair turned out alright. I'm not terribly big on using quote-unquote real hair on a figure. When you look at what they can achieve with like the Alice Resident Evil figure or the long hair on Sweeney Todd or Thor, I feel like there's no real reason to not do it on this figure, aside from it's a girl, so it's gotta have hair. But it wasn't like enough of a problem where I'm not gonna get a Black Widow figure. I mean, I totally want this figure. Turned out great, and aside from this little tuft, I think the hair turned out fine. Very nice detail on the boots. You could tell that there's more than one kind of black being used and a little bit of gray, and it's a nice separation between all the different color tones. For what I consider a fairly simple suit, I took for granted how much detail there is in this suit to accomplish in such a small scale, and I think Hot Toys did a really good job with all their stitching and their paint. Sorry, pervs. If you want to know if her boobs have nipples or not, you have to go watch someone else's video, because I'm not gonna be unzipping this. Shield logo on the left arm looks good. And here's my gratuitous butt shot, just like the Loki interrogation scene. There are various opinions about whether this looks like Scarlett Johansson or not. I'm in the camp that it absolutely does. I think they nailed the eyes, the eyebrows are great. I mean, I think the sculpting on this is great. They did an excellent job capturing her lips. I mean, even this little tiny nook in the corner of her left mouth, her jawline, I mean, looks like her to me. And I just spent more time with these light-up stinger bracelets than they did in the movie. One area that Hot Toys scores a lot of points with me on this figure is the articulation. You know, sometimes really detailed costumes can really limit your range of motion. but not with this figure. Full knee bendability. Great range of motion in the arm. I mean, as far as articulation goes, this is probably my favorite Hot Toys figure. It's worth noting that not only does this have great articulation, but the actual suit's very pliable. So if you bend the arm up and you get the wrist kind of exposed, it's very easy to just kind of tug on the costume and pull it up over any open wrist space. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Hot Toys on the costume. One of the things that they do with certain figures that I really appreciate is using different textures and different materials. And between whatever the hell kind of, you know, rubbery jumpsuit she's wearing, mixed with like the plastic of the zipper and the belt and the guns, to the cloth that they used for her gun holsters, mixing cloth and plastic and all that, it really makes for a well-rounded figure. For such a simple figure with such few accessories, I'm surprised by how much I like this figure. But between the great face paint and sculpt and the excellent articulation, this turned out way better than I expected.